Good morning everyone, and welcome to this video where I will explain the basic elements of a typical IONIC application that can work both on the web and on a native device integrated with a native mobile application distributed via the stores. And again, these UI components, these IONIC components, are one of the most important, if not the most important, building blocks you need in any IONIC application. Later in this course, we will also learn about topics like theme and style, which is basically adjusting the look of these components. In your specific application, you will have your own style, your own corporate identity that you want to show and that you want to use. And IONIC doesn't stop you from doing that. Just because these components looks pretty or nice out of the box doesn't mean you can name them, and we're going to discuss this later in the course in a separate theme and style module because it's so important. Now, when we build something with the IONIC app, we also need to dive into navigation, which basically means that we want to switch between different pages in our app. Now, a page here doesn't technically mean a new document retrieved from a server, but you are generally building a so-called single-page application where frameworks like Angular or Vue have libraries like React or React Router that drive the switching of pages and the rendering of different parts of your application on the screen and in mobile applications. We also know the concept of touching something, seeing a new page, and then clicking the back button to go back. So this process of navigation, both on the web and in a native application, that is also something that we're going to go into in this course. Now, when we build a larger application, there will also be a point of time where we have to worry about state management. Actually, state management plays an important role even in small applications. Even then, it's very simple, but more complex because state management becomes difficult. State management really refers to the management of data and information in your own application. Something like if the user is actually sending a request and if it would be a state or something like a list of loaded products, that would be another form of state. And that's something that's not directly related to IONIC but rather to frameworks like Angular, and that's why we use it. Now, when we leave the web application world and we plan to publish our IONIC application as a true native application via the application stores, it will then be integrated with that web view, with that true native application shell, and give way to leverage the functionality of the native machine, such as a camera, which is another element of IONIC's applications. Certainly, this is not really the case with web applications, although you can access some of the functionality of the native machine and what you will also learn in this course, but especially in native application where you can access all the bandwidth of the native machine, for example, the content ID and so on. All this is possible, is not made possible by the IONIC component suite, but by a capacitor that is also developed by the IONIC team or by Cordova, which is not developed by them, but it's supported by IONIC. Finally, the CLI contains a portal you will also get for the production flow and the publishing flow of your application. This is also part of IONIC. All this we will see point by point. In this module, we are going to dive into these UI components because, as I mentioned, no matter what application you are developing, no matter what the design or complexity of whether it's a web application or a mobile application or even both, you're going to be using these components, and that's what we are going to see in the next course. We will be using this module as the basis for our next video. See you soon!